Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
Welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. But for our radio audience at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com, we're glad that you all could be with here. Also, tuning in through our friends at iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast, we're glad you all could be with us as well. We're excited to welcome Silva to our program today. Los is someone who's been able to not only to build his own business, but also help other people through his platform to be able to build their work as well and to reach their audience. He's been able to work with brands and creators and helping them to be able to see how they can be able to take their talent and become more profitable with them. We'll talk to him about that journey as well as let you guys know how you can stay connected with him as well. Los, really appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for the time.
Thanks so much for having me. I'm excited about it.
Well, Los, I'm excited to speak with you. When I was prepping for your segment, I saw a couple of interviews that you did, and you were talking about how this all began for you and this work that you've been able to do. So I want to kind of begin there. What has it been like for you now to kind of reflect on not only what you've been able to build, but also those you've been able to help?
Man, it has been it's been quite a journey. I actually write on like a little gratitude journal on my phone because sometimes you forget like where you came from and things like that. I remember back in the day, I did not fathom the concept of making like $3,000 a month, and so I was just like praying, eating at friends' houses and stuff like that. And so now to be where we are is pretty amazing. And the biggest thing has been being able to help other companies and other entrepreneurs become successful because we all are in this journey together. Everyone needs to support each other more because we all face the same challenges, right? Entrepreneurs especially, they have a lot of mental health issues because they're alone. It's a lonely situation. So to be able to connect and create community and camaraderie and support people has been really, really something transformational. That's made me a better person, better dad, and better entrepreneur by all that as well.
Well, so you think the key to your own success is how selfless you are? Because that's another thing I noticed when I was prepping for this, is that you're a person that is not afraid of helping others. There are so many people, unfortunately, that believe that if they help you, it in some way diminishes their own success and their own value. Do you think part of your own success has been that you realize that there really is room for everyone?
Yeah, I definitely do. It's kind of sad, but most people just want to take, and I kind of go into it relationship first. I believe that I can do things without help either way, so I don't necessarily need help. I'm going to work hard and try to do everything that I need to do by myself, so I can go into relationships with the thought of trying to build a relationship instead of trying to go in and becoming transactional, right? And so a lot of people now, people can smell it, right? Like you start a relationship or you do something, the first thing people ask for is a photo or is an ask, can I pick your brain? Can I get? Instead of can I give, and no one wants to just meet somebody. You don't walk up to somebody that you see at a bar and just immediately ask them to marry you. You build a relationship, you connect with people, you see what you actually have in common, and you choose to go deeper into that relationship. That's just kind of how I see everybody, and it definitely has become one of my strengths, which is great because it's kind of a natural strength. In a world right now where everyone's just taking, it's kind of refreshing.
And Los, the other thing about you is that you seem to really have identified what your skills are, what your skill set is, and part of that is being a connector. So when did that become clear for you? When did you know that connecting, bringing people together, whether we're talking about brands with creators or with an audience, when did you know that was a gift that you had been given?
Oh man, probably almost like 10 years ago. It's been since I really kind of started honing in on that. I've owned multiple companies, and I realized that once I started connecting, it's really connecting kind of like the process of business for relationships, for ads, for joint ventures. You need traffic and fuel sources for your company. And I started to connect with so many people. I knew that I could help people. Well, if you go here, this is beneficial for both of you. And if you can do this, kind of see like the whole journey of a company. And people and companies grow through people. Every company at the end of the day grows through the people inside of that company through the mission and the vision. And so connecting has become something that is really supportive to a lot of the companies that we work with and a lot of companies in general. And so I honed in on it instead of, at first I thought it wasn't really a good skill set, but now I think it's one of the best ones.
What has it been like for you, because you've been in the space long enough, Los, to kind of see the evolution? What has it been like for you to see the evolution of the content creator and the value that they bring, not only the brand, but also in connecting with their audience?
So I think we're in the age of the creator. You used to be kind of like in the age of the influencer, and creators have more influence because people resonate. Oh, I can do that. I can create. And the kind of content the creators are doing right now, it's so original, so amazing. Influencers you looked up to, you admired. And with creators, you connect. If you look at like TikTok, right, Instagram, not a lot of people follow a lot of people. It's kind of like the thing, like, oh, I don't have that many people I follow. I just have a lot of followers. In TikTok, everybody follows everybody because you can see a lot of people that are just creating content and it makes you laugh or it inspires you or you learn something. And so I think that it's moved from influencers into creators. And a lot of influencers now don't have as much reach because they were getting all their results from just kind of being admired. And now creators are creating community, connection, camaraderie, conversations inside of their own platforms. And anybody can do that now. It just takes time, commitment, just like it does with anything. But I think that we're going to see that become something that we're going to be using now for decades. And now the new thing for creators, I think, is not just being affiliates and using companies and working with companies, but starting to create their own communities and starting to create their own products as well because they're building such a great fan base.
Did you notice, Los, because I know for myself, it seemed like it's been true, and I've heard other people say this too, that I think people understood the value more of the creator economy, especially over the past few years, than maybe they did before the pandemic.
100%, and people are a lot more easy to be. You can connect with them easier. Like before, it's Kylie Jenner, it's the big people, and then the people that have a couple of million on Instagram or YouTube. Now, your cousin can have 750,000 people on TikTok, and you can just send them a DM and be like, hey, we'd love to work with you on this. And bigger companies are starting to notice, man, like, I can get an influencer and give them a script, or I can give a creator room to think and create something awesome and create a campaign for us. And that drives more traffic because these people are more skilled. They're more creative. That's why they're creators, And so I think that the future is so bright. I see a lot of companies, bigger and even smaller companies, try to create more with creators as their faces. And I think that we're going to see that a lot more in the next decade.
For those who are just tuning in, you are listening to Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome Los Silva to our program today. He's the CEO and co-founder of PowerHouse Ventures, but he's also an individual who's been able to help brands and creators to not only build, but also he's been able to inspire others as well. There's something that was posted on PowerHouse Brands on the Instagram page that struck me, Los, when I was prepping for this, and I wanted to bring it up. It was posted this year. April 28th was the date, and it was a graphic, and it said, the biggest problem standing in your way is fear. Learn more, plan it out, get the help you need, and you'll beat the fear. And in the comment section, in the description there, one of the things that I thought was interesting when we think about fear was this. You said, the cure to fear is simple. Make things clear. We're often afraid because we're not sure about what will come next. We're not sure if we can handle it. I want to talk about what that's been like for you and your journey and evolution. What has it been like for you to find ways that you can be able to combat fear in your journey?
So fear is really anxiety about something that hasn't happened. So it's just your brain and your mind thinking of possibilities, but it's also really like it's programming. So it's thinking of what would happen if this didn't work? What would I look like? What would people think? All these what ifs, right? And the truth is you get hesitant and you have that fear. It's because you're not present. Because if you were present in that moment, you would define like, well, I don't know what would happen there. I'm going to do this right now and then see what happens. And then whatever happened, the next step, be like, all right, well, this is the next step from this. And you just take every day as the next step. But being present, you can get rid of fear. You can get rid of anxiety. Like I said, entrepreneurs have a lot of issues sometimes with mental health, and it's because they live in their own head, instead of having clear, defined things of what they want to achieve. Oftentimes, because of Instagram and different things, we compare to so many different people that the fear strikes you because you're like, man, what if I'm not like him? Or what if I don't look like her? What if I don't create this like this other person that I admire? You might or you might not. It doesn't matter. The people don't matter. No one's looking at you thinking like that. That's stressed out. They're stressing out about themselves, And so if you take that stress and put it into energy and become present, you can relieve a lot of that fear and anxiety. And it not only will make you more successful in life and in business, but it'll make you happier and it'll give you peace. And working from a place of peace is a different type of work. You are creating from the moment and from happiness, and a lot more momentum happens in your life and in business if you can try to hone that in.
Such a great point. So as you look at where you are now, Los, what are you looking forward to? It seems like you're always or forward thinking. I mean, what are you looking forward to when it comes to your brand and also the work that you hope to do?
So we want to help, we want to be one of the largest consulting firms in the U.S., maybe the world later on, by helping creators, digital marketers, entrepreneurs, the normal people of America, not the Fortune 500s and the big companies, the people like you and me, build a life on purpose and build businesses that have purpose and that can grow and become self-optimized, because there's a difference between having a self-managed business. Anybody can have a manager and it can be managed, but a self-optimized business is having a business and having the right team in there that is thinking and moving the ball forward because they have a mission and a vision and goals.
Love that. Great things I know have been coming to you, Los, and I just noticed the impact you've been able to have. So last thing I want to ask you about, and we're going to let our audience know how to stay connected, is what is your advice for someone out there who feels like they have a talent, they feel like they have a gift? What is your advice that you normally give people about that next step for themselves?
Do everything that scares you, because you will regret more than you will have the fear of doing. Regret is way worse than fear. And if you believe in yourself and you believe you have talent, everything can happen for you if you have the right time horizon. The reason people hesitate or they don't like it is because they have this goal and this immediate timeline instead of putting things in a time horizon and focusing on that and saying, hey, sometimes things will be tough. Sometimes things won't work out. But that's okay. If you have a longer time horizon, everything will compound. Right? And you will have success in what you're trying to do as long as you are consistently doing it. No one that I know that has just been doing things for 5, 10 years plus is unsuccessful. The people that jump from thing to thing and just want that quick hit, those people are still lost and confused. It's because they're not focused on something and having the right time horizon for themselves.
Great advice, and that's a great message for all of us. Los, thank you again for the great work you're doing, for the time today. Really appreciate it. How can our audience stay connected with you?
The easiest is to go to my Instagram. I reply to everybody, and just my name is Los Hustle on Insta.
All right, Los, again, continued success to you, and looking forward to our next conversation together.
Thank you so much. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, then, and we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live, and let's go make today amazing. Take care.